If you have been guided to this message today, it is not by chance. The very fact that you are here, listening to these words, is a sign that your guardian angels have chosen you for a reason. They carry with them an important message, one that can no longer remain hidden, not after what you have endured, not after what you have done, and certainly not after what you have spoken into existence. Your angels cannot keep it a secret anymore. The divine realms want you to know that you acted with an incredible level of integrity and inner authority, and yet, through it all, you retained your gracious, compassionate, and caring nature. You are a being with a rare heart, warm, selfless, and good-natured to your very core. And while the truth of your character shines like a beacon, the journey you have walked has not been an easy one. You have endured hardship after hardship, faced countless adversities, and weathered storms of criticism, hate, and backlash. Yet through it all, you remained steadfast, standing firmly in your truth. What you did in the eyes of your angels was nothing short of extraordinary. It was divine, it was angelic. You did what so many find themselves unable to do. You stood your ground. Even as metaphorical swords were hurled your way, even as poisonous intentions crept toward you from every corner, you remained rooted in your morals and values. You refused to bow to lies or manipulation. In doing so, you embodied the spirit of the truth speaker, the bringer of justice, the voice that rises above silence and fear. Your angels see this, and they want you to know how sacred your actions truly were. And yet, in this strength, you have suffered. Yes, dear child of the universe, you have carried pain that few could fully understand. You have suffered in silence, holding much of your struggle within. To the outside world, you appeared strong, composed, and unshakable in your determination to reveal truth and light. But behind that strength, you bore wounds, heartache, and exhaustion. Still, the angels celebrate the way you grew through this pain, how you allowed adversity to refine you rather than break you. You became more powerful, not in ego, but in spirit, in character, in divine strength. The truth is that your actions triggered many people. You shone a mirror on their own fears, insecurities, and falsehoods, and they projected their shadows onto you. Yet even when attacked, you did not waver. You spoke from the heart. You remained calm, composed, and dignified. Your words carried the grace of an angel. Your actions radiated authenticity, honesty, and nobility. You could not have conducted yourself with more integrity than you did. And though there were many voices of opposition, though some people judged, mocked, or attacked you, there were also silent witnesses who saw what you did. Observers who, though they could not speak up in the chaos, admired your courage and grace. You must know this, you were not completely alone. A handful of souls quietly supported you, even if they remained unseen. They marveled at how you upheld your dignity and self-respect, not just for yourself, but for everyone involved. In a world that often rewards selfishness, greed, and envy, you chose humility, compassion, and nobility. You outshone many, and yet you remained modest. That is rare. That is divine. The harsh words, the judgments, the cruelty of others, they were heavy. Yet you became the voice of truth, the advocate for yourself, and for those who were voiceless, the defender of the underdog. This is no small thing. This is the work of archangels, ascended masters, and beings who embody universal love. And in that moment you were among them. You became a vessel of unconditional love and compassion. Your actions were holy, and there was someone, perhaps a stranger, perhaps a friend, who took notice, someone who not only admired you, but felt something stir deep within their heart. They developed a kind of crush, not just on you as a person, but on your very spirit. This was not necessarily physical or sexual, though there were certainly warm and even romantic undertones. It was deeper than that. This person fell in love with your soul, with your grace, with the way you carried yourself through adversity. They saw something divine in you, and though they may have never said a word, their heart was moved in ways they could not ignore. Your angels want you to know that this person, too, has been holding onto a confession. They want to tell you how deeply they admired your composure, your ability to hold space for yourself and others, your strength in moments where rage or despair would have been more than justified. They watched you resist the urge to break, even as you endured injustice and mistreatment. They saw how people treated you unfairly, how some even turned against you, and yet you remained unwavering. And though they stayed silent, their heart was screaming in awe. They want to confess that they were inspired by you, that they saw in you one of the most authentic, courageous, and heart-centered souls they had ever encountered. This person noticed every detail, your calm expressions, your steady body language, the way you held dignity even when the weight of pain pressed against you. To them, you embodied the peace of a dove, the empathy of a swan, and the wisdom of an owl. Your words were strong, direct, and yet profoundly kind. You were, in their eyes, universal love in human form, and yet their confession also carries their own insecurities. They feel shame for not speaking up when you needed it most. They regret their silence, and they know they fell short. Still, they understand that what you were doing was part of your divine mission, and interfering may have disrupted it. Your truth was powerful enough on its own, and it needed to be heard directly from your soul. But now they long to open their heart to you, to confess their admiration, their love, their respect. Whether their feelings are romantic or platonic, the core of their confession is this: you changed them. You inspired them. You shifted their perspective on life, love, and humanity. Simply by being yourself, you gave them hope. Their confession may bring a flood of emotions for you. It might reopen painful memories of having to stand alone, or it may bring joy, relief, and validation. Most likely, it will be a mixture of both. But however it manifests, it will serve as a reminder that you were seen, that your light was witnessed, and that your soul's truth touched lives in ways you may not have realized. Your angels remind you to stay humble, to remain the graceful and modest soul you are, even as recognition and love flow your way. Be receptive to the kindness and admiration of others. You pour so much love into the world. Allow yourself to receive some of it back. At the same time, remember your boundaries. Protect your energy. Give compassion, but hold enough for yourself to remain strong and balanced. Whether this confession leads to romance, friendship, or simply a deeper soul connection, know that it carries with it blessings. It may spark healing, joy, and liberation within you. It may bring closure, or it may open the door to new beginnings. Either way, lightness and hope will enter your life because of it. And so, I close with a prayer for you. Lord, may the sacred message carried through these words touch their heart in the deepest way. May they find the strength to embrace the coming confession with openness and grace. Grant them the wisdom to reflect on their journey with compassion, and to honor the power of their truth even in the face of adversity. Surround them with love and protection, both seen and unseen, and let them feel the joy and admiration that already flows toward them. Keep their energy shielded, their spirit strong, and their heart open, for they are a beacon of light in this world. Amen. Take a deep breath now. Let these words settle into your soul. You are loved. you are protected, and you are celebrated by the universe. If this message resonates with you, type 444 to claim it as your own and to welcome the blessings it carries. And if you feel called, leave a positive word for others who may need a reminder today. In lifting each other, we rise together.